All right, guys, so today we're going to take an updated look at the NICGID Sling backpack that I purchased. I did a review, kind of a first impression review of it a little while back, but I've used this, I've gone on my trip, and I'm going to tell you how I packed it and give you an updated review. So stay tuned through the intro. What's up? My name is Doug, the Bearded Outdoorsman. Welcome to another video. If you enjoy beard product reviews, gear reviews, EDC videos, then you have definitely come to the right channel. Today, we're going to give you an updated look at this Sling backpack. So, let's just dive right in. First off, I will say I carried this. We went international. We had one layover both ways. That was about 4 hours. You know, if you've never flown or you're looking at videos about flying, most airlines allow you to carry a carry-on and a personal item. So that was my intention with this, was to be my personal item that I could carry, like stuff kind of easy to get to and close to my body, so I didn't have to worry about it going amiss. You know, that happens. So we went over in the first video all the pockets that are on this bag. Now, I don't remember the price that I paid for it. I'll put it on the screen. But I picked this up from Amazon, and there'll be a link to it in the description below. But this is a sling bag, sling backpack, whatever you want to call it. I picked out this color because it wasn't like tactical color. It wasn't, I didn't want all black. I was going out of the country. I was going to be through airports, and I didn't want it to like pop. I wanted it to look just like a normal guy. All right. So I'm going to show you what I packed. There's only a few things that I've taken out of here since I've been home, and I'll explain what I've taken out as we get there. But this is pretty much as is. I repacked it just to show you guys. It held up very well. We were gone for about 6 days. We had one full day, almost, well, half day of flights, 2 flights with a 4-hour layover. Coming home, we had about the same. 2 flights with about a 4-hour layover. And this was my personal bag. Now, I carried it 2 different ways. I carried it one this way, where it sat right here. I really like that. That was more like when we had gotten out of the airport and we were going to, say, get on a shuttle or going to get a taxi or going wherever like that, I carried like this. When we were walking through the airport, headed to our gate, I carried it on my back so I could sling it around in front of me so I'd have quick access to everything in here. So let's start on the front. I'll show you from the front, and then we'll work our way to the back. So from the bottom, this bottom zipper, I kept a charging cord for my phone. I kept a battery bank. This battery bank came from a Nomadic box, so I'll have a link to them in the description below. This is a Speaqua, S-P-E-A-Q-U-A, and I also kept my AirPods in this front pocket, so everything fit in there very nicely. And my cord, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but it went in there. All right, so in the next pocket back, this one, we went to Mexico, so I didn't know if we would accidentally drink some water or if anything else would happen. So I kept some electrolyte mixes close by in the event that we needed them in a pinch, like while traveling. I had some in my checked and carry-on bags as well, but this is things that I didn't know if I would need while we were in transit, while we were transporting, or while we were in the middle of getting where we were going. So I've got a little first aid kit. Now, I bought this, I think I bought it on Amazon a while back, but I bought just the pack, just the little zippered case, and I built my own first aid kit just for this trip. So I've got just a variety of Band-Aids, multiple kinds, everything from butterfly Band-Aids to just regular Band-Aids. I've got a pair of rubber gloves in the back. Here I've got a tube of chapstick. We've got some eye drops. I've got Pepto tablets. We've got some Benadryl tablets, ibuprofen, some antibiotic ointment, some little face wipes, 2 safety pins. So that stayed in this front pocket right here. And you can build it based on where you're going. You can build a first aid kit, whatever you think would fit your need. you enjoying this video? If you are, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, make sure you do that. All right, so in this top pocket here, all I had was one thing. I had my recycled firefighter wallet with some business cards in the event that I ran into anybody who is interested about the Bearded Outdoorsman. All right, and then the top pocket, we kept a little composition notepad, and it's always good to travel with pen and paper. So then I carried my ARC company little pocket organizer where I had just a click pen, ballpoint pen, with a Sharpie and one of my Hattori little mini pocket flashlights. Now in the front pocket of this pocket organizer, on the way to Mexico, I kept a Bic lighter and I kept my Gerber shard. So that's what I had in the front pocket. So it kept it all real nice and neat. Kept everything in one pocket if I needed to write anything down or whatever. And if we didn't leave where we stayed at kind of a big resort. So if I would have left, the intention was to take this with me and put it in my pocket. But we never left. So that just stayed right there in that top pocket. All right, so then we have this major, like the main pocket here along the side. In there, I did take it out, but I had my case for my micro SD cards because I also kept my Akaso Brave 7LE. I kept it attached to this DJI tripod in the case, but I also brought my Joby tripod, but I had this one in there. Of course, I'm half blind, so my reading glasses, one of my handkerchiefs when I didn't want it in my pockets. You know, you have to take everything out of your pockets to go through security, so that way I didn't have to worry about taking it out. Also kept in this back zippered pocket in there, I kept a little bit of cash for tip money. Where we went, it was all inclusive, so all you had to worry about was tips. So I did carry cash and I kept the extra in there. That way I knew where it was and I didn't have to dig for it. So I would transfer money from there to my wallet. Made it a lot easier just to kind of keep the bulk of what I had in there. A one place, there it is, it's done. So in the back pocket here, I would put two things in here. Number one, what stayed in was my passport. And so my wife picked up these awesome little passport books. I've taken mine out, but it has the passport. You slide it in where you can see your picture here. You've got little SIM card slots, you got little card slots, you got pockets, all kind of pockets. So what this pocket, I found out this pocket is big enough to keep your boarding pass in here for your trip, for your flight. Keep your boarding pass in there and it will still fit in that pocket. So when we were going through security, most times I would take my wallet out and I would put it in that pocket as well, just so it stayed zipped up and I didn't have to worry about anybody walking by and grabbing it. So really awesome pack. It served my purpose. It served it very, very well. I only have one real critique of this bag, and it's something that I personally can fix because I know how to run a sewing machine. The only thing I would do different is I would add a buckle down here somewhere, which would make it just a little bit easier to get it on and off so you didn't have to go over, because you know me, I wear a hat all the time. At the beach, I was wearing a straw hat, so this with a clip there would make it easier to get it over without having to take your hat off and that kind of thing. It's just a little faster, especially if you're going through security and you need to take it off, throw it in a bin. Adding a buckle right here, just one of those plastic clip buckles. But overall, it served me very well. I know in my first impression I said I was going to take this off. I never did. We ended up leaving, and but yeah, it worked out really well. So if you're interested, I'll have a link to this bag in the description below. You can go check it out. If you're interested of anything I mentioned in this bag, drop it in the comments. I'll show you where to find it. A lot of this stuff I've had for a while, and yeah, so there it is, the NICGID Performance Sling backpack. Worked really well for travel. I'm trying to come up with other ways to use it. So yeah, there it is. Hope you enjoyed this video. go check out another one of my videos. There'll be two of them in the end screen, so go check out one of those 2 videos. And until next time, stay bearded, get outdoors, and God bless.